So I just did a quick unboxing for you. The next order of business is to do a review of the Focal Shape Twins. But before I do that, I want to give you a quick rundown of what's on the desk. Here we go. As I sit at the desk, to my immediate left is the Mackie monitor control unit, which allows me to route any of the outputs of the interface to any one of 3 sets of speakers. Above that is the remote control for the interface. Behind that is the patch bays, which have all of the inputs and all of the outputs of the studio routed, so I can plug any input to any output and vice versa. Above that we have the Focal Shape Twins, which I will get to shortly. Beside those I have the JBL 305s, which I use for my secondary monitors. I chose them because they have wonderful detailed mid-range and highs. They're a little bit short on the low end, so I have them connected to the LSR sub, which is also JBL, to handle the low end. Next to those are the Avantone Mix Cubes. Those are what many people would consider the crappy reference monitors. They only have mid-range. There are no real highs, no real lows. Those are for referencing on what many people would consider less than ideal speaker systems. In front of those we have 2 10-point touchscreens. Behind that we have the vocal chain, which right now consists of the Warm Audio WA273 mic pre and the Warm Audio bus compressor for compression. Beside that we have our interface, which is the Motu 8 pre ES. Below that we have the Mackie HM800 headphone preamp, and below that is the Platform M from Icon, which is a flying fader unit. And the speakers are all decoupled from the desk utilizing the Fluid Audio desktop stands, as you can see all the way around for every speaker. So that's a quick rundown of the desk. So let's get into the Focal Shape Twins. First off, let me say I am not a professional YouTuber. This is not a sponsored review. I bought these speakers myself, and I have to say I'm really glad that I did. Alright, full disclosure, while Focal was my first choice in a primary speaker, the Shape Twins were not. I did not believe that a 5-inch woofer could handle the detailed low end that I was looking for in a primary speaker. My first choice was the Focal Shape 65. They have a 6.5-inch woofer with Shape's M-shape tweeter, and I believed that they would be able to handle the low end that I was looking for. Sorry, Bowie decided to pay a visit. But I decided to listen to a couple of the experts and some of the other people I know in the industry that suggested the Shape Twin. They assured me that the Twins could handle the low end that I was looking for. I have to tell you, I'm very happy that I took the risk. Let's get into the specs. The Shape Twin consists of 2 5-inch speakers, bottom and top, and the Focal M-shaped tweeter. And yes, they are designed to stand vertically. The bottom speaker is designed to handle 40 Hz to 180 Hz. The top speaker is designed to handle 40 Hz to 2.5 kHz, and the M-shaped tweeter is designed to handle the rest. They also have passive radiators on each side. Some people believe that the passive radiators are designed to extend the frequency range of the low end. This is kind of true, but not really. The passive radiators are actually designed to counteract cabinet sway when the speakers are under load. For amplifiers, the Shape Twin utilizes an 80-watt Class AB amplifier for the bottom, an 80-watt Class AB amplifier for the top, and a 50-watt Class AB amplifier for the tweeter. This delivers plenty of power for whatever your use may be. It is rated at 110 dB SPL, and trust me, it gets plenty loud. Now let's talk about my thoughts on the speaker. I have to tell you, I'm hard-pressed to find anything that I don't like about this speaker. I was shocked at the low end. I was surprised at the amazing detail of the mid-range, and the highs are pristine. There is nothing about this speaker that does not scream quality. The other thing that I really liked about the speakers is the analog EQ in the back. It has a high-pass filter, a high shelf, a medium bell at about 160 hertz, I believe, and a low shelf. This makes it incredibly easy to tune the speaker to your room. For me, in this room is treated, but I do have a low frequency bump and a high frequency dip. So it was very easy for me to lower the low frequency shelf about 1.5 dB, and I boosted the high frequency shelf all the way up to counteract the frequency discrepancies in the room, and it worked perfectly. Using the SonarWorks frequency analyzer, I got a great frequency curve that I was really happy with. The sound quality of these speakers is superb. I put on some mixes that I've known for many, many years to listen to, just to, you have to kind of learn your speakers. So I put on some mixes that I know very well and was actually shocked. I was hearing things that I've never heard before, and this is on mixes that I've been hearing for 20 years or more. It was really surprising. The low end is so good that I actually had to check the sub that I use for the JBLs to make sure it wasn't on, because it was shaking the room. If I had to pick one thing that was my favorite about these speakers, it's probably the sound field. The sound field is enormous. The sweet spot on these speakers has to be 5 feet wide, and that's not an exaggeration. When I first plugged these things in and started listening to them, I actually had to reach up and check my other speakers to make sure that they weren't on, because it sounded like the sound was coming from them. My final thoughts are simple. This is a superb speaker for critical listening, and I mean critical. Down to the minutest detail, you can hear everything. I don't even feel like I need to learn these speakers. That's how good they are. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, make sure you put them in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys next time.